quick ratio, net working capital, right? So this one we have done. So next we go to financial ratio. Next group we have efficiency atau activity ratio. So even with first one, kita ada inventory turnover or equal to cost of goods sold, right? Or revenue or sales, right? Divided by inventory. So we are here, we have one, I put notes from here. So revenue or sales are used if COGS not given. All right, we use sales or revenue only when COGS tak bagi dalam question. So if the question gives you COGS, cost of goods sold, then we need to use cost of goods sold. All right, so divided by inventory. So answer in times, how many times? 2 times, 3 times. Higher ratio reflect the effectiveness of inventory to generate sales, meaning if more, meaning that inventory is generate more sales. So higher is better, right, for this one. Okay, so next, please check your calculate and then put your answer in the message box. So last week, I have asked you to capture, right, the balance sheet dengan income statement. So cost of goods sold, you cari kat mana? You cari kat income statement. Then inventory, this one will be in the balance sheet under current liabilities. Right, so you just copy the two number and then you just key in into your calculators. All right, do now and then you type your answer in the message box. Oh, Iqmal very fast. Iqmal, we wait for others first. Right, if you have problem to find the answer, you can ask me. All right, so we check semua dapat 5.5 times. So we check, okay. So here, where is it? Okay, here. This one. All right. So we have 5.5 lah. Dia punya answer is 5.49, right? Okay. Right, 5.5 times, correct lah. Right, cost of goods sold or sales divided by inventory. Right, 5.5 This kenapa this one 18? This one is 450. This one, that one just wrong. Right, okay. So you check your answer 450 divided by 82. So because we have checked cost of goods sold, right? We use cost of goods sold, so we have 5.5. So we compare to industry 20. So industry is better. Industry is better than the company. All right. So next we go to average collection period. Right. If you have a question, you just ask lah. So or you can just type your message in the message box. So we have account receivable divided by daily sales. All right. So you can see here daily sales, right? So you need to divide. We need to do adjustment kat sini daily sales. So we assume that 1 year equal to 360 days. So daily sales adalah sales divided by 360 ya. Daily sales 300 by 3. This one sales kat mana? Sales kat income statement. So answer will be in days, right? So how many days? Higher ratio indicate that firm has problem in collecting them. Higher average collection period kan? Collection period. Kalau jangka masa panjang maksud you ambil masa yang lama untuk kutip balik hutang. So higher, longer is not good. So we said lower. Lower is better. Lower is better. Alright, so account receivable dalam balance sheet under current asset. Then daily sales atau sales dalam income statement. Alright, so you calculate now and then you type your answer. Right, okay, I so fast. Alright, so you wait for others. Alright, please do your calculators and then you calculate. Alright, so we check the answer. Oh yeah, why Right, it's 10.56. Huh? So why it is all running? All right, so we compare with the industry. So for average collection period, industry is 6 days. So the company take 10.56 days. Right? So if we do comparison, so it is not good for average correction period. It is what? It is slower, is better. So industry ambil 6 hari untuk kutip balik utang. But your company take around 11 days atau 10.56 days to collect. So it is not good. So this one improvement, you need to what? You need to have improvement for the collection period. All right, next we go to activity ratio. So we have account receivable turnover, sales divided by account receivable, answer in times. Higher ratio reflect the effectiveness in collecting receivable, right? Collecting receivable, effectively collecting receivable. So higher is better. All right, so this one we done already, account receivable. What happened to my slide? Right, account receivable turnover, sales divided by account receivable, right? So higher ratio reflect effectiveness collecting account receivable. So we have sales divided by account receivable. So you please check. All right, done. Any question All right, so we check here. We have account receivable turnover, right? So we have you get what 34. Kenapa dapat 34? Account receivable, right? This one. Why your answer is 34? Oh, sorry, 34.09. All right, so this one, 34.09. So we compare dengan industry, right? So we have 40 as compared to 34. So for this ratio is what? Is higher, is better. So industry is better as compared to the company, which is only 34.09. Okay. All right. If you have question, you please ask. Huh? All right. Next, we go to fixed asset turnover. So we have equal to sales divided by fixed asset. Sales dalam income statement. Fixed asset, it will be in the balance sheets. Huh? So answer in times, higher ratio reflect the effectiveness of fixed asset, right, to generate sales. So higher is better. You see, effectiveness of fixed asset. How fixed asset can generate the sales. So meaning if you have higher means that you generate more sales. So it's better, right? Okay, so you calculate. All right, so we check the answers. All right, so we have sales divided by fixed asset. So we have 2.42, 2.42, yes, correct. So for this one, we are not able to do comparison because they tak bagi. All right, okay, so you just calculate. So we cannot say that it's good or not good. All right, so last one, we have the asset turnover. All right, asset turnover. So total asset turnover equal to sales divided by total asset. So answer in time, higher ratio reflect the effectiveness of total asset to generate sales. How total asset tadi kita cari fixed asset generate sales. Now we are using total asset. Sama lah sales in income statement, total sale dalam balance sheets. Alright. Okay, so you calculate. Right, if you don't know where to get the numbers, you inform me, then I can show you. It's about, I don't know whether you know where to get or not. So yang dah answer 1.96, then I know lah, you know. Yang tak answer, then I'm not sure whether you know or not know. All right, so we check. All right, so it's 1.96 asset turnover. So we have the comparison is 1.96 uh, compared to industry limit. So this one is higher is better. So we can see that company is very low, low only two. Then this one is fine. So something you need to do some improvement because your company is lower, right, than the industry 5, right? Okay, so as those who want to copy, right, then you can just copy. So for activity ratio, you're gonna remember in the assignment, kalau you need to do activity ratio. So under activity ratio, you ada 5. One is asset turnover, account receivable turnover, average collection period, inventory turnover, fixed asset turnover. Ada 5 under activity ratio. All right, so next we check on the third group, my group yang ketiga. Right, third group we have leverage or solvency. Leverage or solvency ratio. So yang pertama we have the debt ratio. So equal to total debt atau sometimes kita panggil dia total liability, sama, divided by total asset. So these two both dalam balance sheets. So answer in percentage. Answer in percentage. So higher ratio reflect the higher amount of debt to finance asset. So you dah you or after you divide, then you darab dengan 100 to convert into percentage. So this one lower is better. Lower meaning that you are using less, kurang hutang, less debt to finance your asset. So lower is better. All right, so now please, you can just key in and then give me your answer. Well, I so fast, 33.81. So we wait for others, although you have answered. Try, cari. Sendiri cari where to get the 33.81%, although you have the answer already. All right, so we check. All right, so we have 79, total debt. So total 79, current liability plus the long-term debt. So 79 plus 180 equal to 259. So for those yang tak dapat. So divided by the total is 766. So we have 33.81% betul. Right? Then we compare dengan industry. This one is what? We say lower is better. Lower maksud dia you pinjam less. You have borrow less. So as compare, you have 3.81% higher than the industry. So next we check on the debt to equity ratio. So we have total debt divided by total liability. Answer also in percentage. Higher ratio reflect higher amount of debt or capital structures. So for this one, lower is better. Lower meaning that you are same thing you are using less debt as compared to equity. This one we do we compare dengan equity lah. So which one is higher? So equity here we are saying that this one is what referring to stock or shares. So if this one high, meaning that the debt is more, all right, as compared to equity. All right, so you just check both also dalam balance sheets. All right, so we check, right? We check the answer. So here we check. Here we have debt to equity. So debt to equity here. So here we have equity kita tambah 3, which is the common stock, preferred stock, and the retained earning. So kita tambah 100 plus 150 plus 257. So we have 507 lah. So yang 259 kita tadi dah calculate 79 plus 180. So we have 51.08% as compared to the industry pun higher, but this one higher a bit lah, extra 1.08%. But if you want to say then it's not good. It is not good as compared to the industry. Last one, we have the time interest earned. So time interest earned, the TIE will be EBIT divided by interest. So both also in the income statement or profit and loss. So answering times higher ratio indicate that the firm can meet loan requirement maksud dia boleh bayar interest lah. Sekurang-kurangnya bayar interest and lower risk of default. So higher is better. Higher meaning you have more money to cover your interest. All right. So sometimes they panggil cost of finance, finance cost, right? Tapi sama lah interest or finance cost. All right. So you calculate. Oh, so fast, Dah ada 3 orang. All right, so we wait for others. All right, so we check. All right, so we have 300 divided by 25, right? So kita ada 12. So this one company is better lah. Right, first time company is better. Why we said higher is better kan? So company first time better than the industry. Okay. Right, for those who want to copy, I give you time to copy. All right, so we continue. So we have done the leverage or solvency ratio. Next, we go to the profitability ratio. So profitability ratio, first one kita ada gross profit margin. So here equal to gross profit divided by sales. So this one dalam income statement. Alright, so answer in percentage, higher ratio indicate higher contribution of margin. Right, so this one kita ukur keuntungan. So of course, higher is better. Lagi tinggi, lagi bagus. So higher is better. Alright, so you calculate for this one. All right, so we check. All right, so we check here. We have gross profit margin. So 1,050 divided by 1,500. So we have 70. All right, so company is good. Company did about 70 as compared to industry only 65. So if you want to do conclusion, then we say company is better. Kalau dia ada 2 tahun, 2003 and 2004, then we say 2003 is better. Right, better atau lebih tinggi daripada 65 or 5% lah. We do simple calculation. Dia lebih tinggi daripada, dia lebih tinggi 5%, iaitu 70% than the industry. Simple explanation lah. So next we go to operating profit margin. So we have operating profit, EBIT divided by sales. Right answer in percentage, higher ratio indicate better productivity, better productivity. So higher is better. All right, so you calculate. All right, so we check. Okay, so we check here operating margin 300 divided by 1,500, so kita ada 20%. See, operating margin pula dia less than the industry, berkurang sebanyak 10%. Agak banyak, this one quite high, less 10% as compared to industry. All right, next we go to net profit margin. So net profit margin, we have the earning after tax atau net profit divided by sales. So answer in percentage, higher ratio indicate better income to shareholders, right? So higher is better, right? All right, so you calculate. All right, so we check. Here we have 11% betul, which is 165 net profit, 165 divided by 1,511. Right? So net profit adalah lebih tinggi ya. Higher than the industry. Higher berapa persen? Higher 2%. Right? Higher 2%. So the company is outperform as compared to the industry, higher 2%. Next, we calculate return on asset. So we have earning after tax or net profit divided by total asset. So answer in percentage, higher ratio indicate higher return on firm investment. So higher is better for our A. So we have using total asset, we have to check whether how the asset generate the net profit, right? If you have answer is higher, then it's good. So earning after tax, net profit will be in the income statement and then total asset in the balance sheet. All right, so we check. All right, so we check here 21.54%. Right, this one industry is better. Industry is 45%. So company managers mungkin dia kena tengok balik lah. So the total asset ke, how they should increase, right? Increase the ROA. Right, this one is for manager lah. So you see, macam double. Industry is like 45, company is 21. So they must maybe, right? The manager needs to look in here, right, to increase the return on asset. All right. So next we go to return on as okay. Return on equity. Yeah? So return on equity, here we have earning after tax, right, divided by total equities. So we have answer in percentage. So higher ratio indicate higher return to shareholders. When we say equity kan, biasa kita cakap equity adalah shares or stock, right? So this one related lah. So net profit divided by total equity. So if higher, meaning that shareholders will get more. All right, so we check. Right, so ROE, we have 165 divided by 507. So we have 32.54. So this one a little bit kurang sama lah. So this one no issue. Right, instead is more 0.54%. All right, so okay, so this one will be the profitability ratio. So profitability ratio, we have how many? We have 5. Right, return on equity, return on asset, gross profit margin, operating margin, net profit margin. So for profitability ratio, senang, you just ingat all is in percentage. So profitability ratio is all answer in percentage. All right, next we have the market or equity ratio. So first one kita ada earning per shares. Right, earning per share equal to earning after tax or net income divided by number of common shares. Right, number of common shares. So answer will be in ringgit or RM. Higher ratio indicate better income per share. So earning kan, earning, keuntungan satu share. So higher meaning that you get more, right? And number 2, we have price to earning or PE. Biasa kita panggil dia PE ratio, which is equal to the market price per share divided by earning per share. Right? Answer in times. Right? So we have higher ratio indicate that the firm market price is overvalued. Right? Overvalue. If the PE is too high. So next, we assume number of shares. Number of shares are 100,000, and the current market price of the share is 3 ringgit per shares. Right? So you calculate earning per share. So senang you just put in, then you just calculate. Right? Then you just tell me what is the answer. So net income, all right, and then you can see the market price given. Then they have share price given, number of price given. All right, so we check. This file is. All right, so we check. We have net income 165,000. Right, divided by 100. Number of shares is 100,000. Right, so it's 1 ringgit 65 earning per shares. So meaning that if you buy 1 shares, you dapat RM1.65 return. If you have one shares, so this is a return that you have, right, per shares, right? All right, next we have PE. So assume number of share 100,000 and the current market price of the share is RM3 sama. So now we calculate the PE, yeah, PE ratio. So we have market price divided by earning per shares. All right, so we check. So we have 3 market price 3, earning per share we have calculated tadi. Here, earning per share we have calculated RM1.65. So we just put here. Then we have 1.8182. I thought you rounded 1.82. All right. Okay, so this one is the PE. All right, next we have any question? This one I think dah habis for the ratio. So financial ratio we have, I think we have done. So regarding the financial ratio, any question or not? Any question regarding the financial ratio? If no, then you just type no. Then I know that you okay.
No, sir.
Okay. All right, so we continue with the sources and uses of fund, right? The money come from where and how you use your money. So is a statement of changes, right, in the financial position, right, asset, equity, and liabilities. So summarize all the new or additional sources and uses, right, for investment purpose. So question, where did firm get its fund during the year? Meaning, where is the money come from? Right, because company will be running, right? So the money is come from where? Second, what did the firm do with available funds? So if you have money, what you do with the money? You do investment ke, you pay for your bill ke, right? So how does operation affect firm asset and liabilities? How does operation affect? So next we have fund flow statement. So combine changes in the balance sheets with others relevant financial figures, income statement. So fund inflow adalah sources money flow into the company, duit masuk dalam syarikat. Fund outflow, this one is uses, how you use your money. So this one is outflow, right? So total sources of fund should be equal to total uses of fund. Right, duit yang masuk sama dengan duit yang keluar. Alright, simple. Right, next we have how to identify sources and uses of fund. So contoh kat sini, decrease in asset. This one is contoh duit masuk, decrease in asset. So as example, kita ambil current asset, kita ambil account receivable. Kalau account receivable berkurangan, maksud you dah dapat kutip balik hutang. So you ada cash increase So okay, asset ni kecuali cash Cash tak boleh include Cash is different. Right, asset, then kalau fixed asset, contoh tanah berkurangan, maksud you dah jual tanah, so you dapat cash. So sumber dana. Increase in liability and equity. Increase in liability, contoh liability adalah hutang meningkat you pinjam daripada bank. That's why you pinjam, liability meningkat tapi you dapat cash. You dapat dana. So this one adalah sumber dana lah. Sama juga dengan equity, you jual more shares. You are selling more shares. What you get in return, you dapat cash or fund. So atau from the earning after tax or net profit lah. This one is the company earning. And depreciation expenses, depreciation susun nilai, kita akan tolak dalam income statement, tetapi sebenarnya kita tak tolak lah. Just paper figures. So this one can be a sources of fund lah. Right, uses of fund, increase in asset. So account receivable bertambah. So meaning your customer is owing you more money, atau inventory bertambah. Right, asset kan, asset inventory adalah current asset, atau fixed asset bertambah, you dah beli tanah. So this one consider uses of fund. Decrease in liabilities, this tadi kita pinjam, so dana masuk. Sekarang dah berkurangan, maksud dia apa? Maksud kita dah bayar hutang. We pay our debt off. Right, so our money reducing lah, dana berkurang. Sama dengan equity, kalau equity berkurang, maksud you beli balik saham syarikat. Net loss, right, this one net profit, sekarang net loss lah, rugi kerugian. Then dividend, net income, you bayar dividend, cash outflow. So sources and uses of fund involved in operation. Right, next we have contoh kat sini. Here is the balance sheet. Right, so balance sheet we have 2 years. Right, this one is 2021, 2022 lah example. Right, so to analyze the balance sheet, 2 years data were required. So kita kena ada 2. Then only we can know that which one is sources of fund, which one is uses of fund. Right, next here you can check dividend is okay, analyze so sorry. So you can see here this one adalah income statement income statement, so kita pun guna. So you can see here dividend is transfer to the fund flow statement sebab dividend adalah uses of fund and net income adalah sources of fund. Okay. Right, so but if not given in income statement, then kita boleh guna juga earning after taxes, tolak return earning, sama dengan dividend. Kalau yang ini dia tak bagilah, dia tak bagi dividend, tapi dia bagi net income dengan return earning. Then kita boleh calculate ourselves, which is using the net income equal to dividend plus the return earning. So you just rearrange back lah the formula, then we can calculate the dividends. But dividend as adalah uses of fund. Net income adalah sources of fund. Right, tadi kita ada kan kat sini. Net income adalah sources of fund. Dividend adalah uses of fund. So first step, you can identify lah which one is sources, which one is uses. Asset, right? Semua aset kalau decrease adalah sources, kalau increase adalah uses. Alright, so here we identify lah. So S adalah sources, U adalah uses lah. So first thing, cash 28 increase to 97. This one perbezaan adalah we tolak lah. So 97 tolak 28 is 69. Right? Okay. Alright, then marketable securities, we have negative, yang ending years minus beginning years. 10 tolak 42 is negative. So kalau marketable negative, maksud this one adalah sources, S. Right, cash adalah uses, kalau positive answer adalah uses, or I boleh conclude kalau asset, you dah tolak, you dapat negative, then this one is sources. Right? Okay. Kalau you dah tolak using 2002 tolak 2001 for asset, you dapat positive answer adalah uses. Negative answer adalah sources. Right, then this one simple lah. Then account receivable 128 tolak 93, positive answer 35. This one is uses, right? Sebab account receivable dah bertambah lah. Then inventory juga bertambah 65 to 85. So 85 minus 65 bertambah sebanyak 20. So this one adalah uses. Sebab you dah guna your cash untuk beli inventory. That's why inventory bertambah. So this one adalah berbelanja, uses. Next, we go to fixed asset. Gross fixed asset, we have 1,020 tolak 887. 887 is a positive answer, meaning increase. Gross fixed asset increase. Increase 133, then this one is uses. Then less depreciation, 226, increase to 285. Right, so increase about 59. Right, this one walaupun adalah positif, tapi kita adalah sources depreciation. Sebab depreciation adalah tambah. Sebab dia tak akan berkurang for this one. Sebab yang ini memang susut nilai kita tolak dalam income statement, tetapi duit ini kita tak belanja keluar. Sebab the money is still in the company. This is just paper expenses on paper only. But the money is still in the company. That's why this one is one of the sources 59. Alright, then for current liabilities, dia terbalik dengan asset. Kalau positive answer, then this one is sources of fund. Kalau negative answer adalah uses of fund. So contoh account payable 64 increase to 95, increase 31, this is sources. Utang bertambah sebab you pinjam, right? You dapat duit, you dapat dana. So it's the sources of fund. Then notes payable 20 increase to 87. This one utang bertambah, tapi you dapat dana sebanyak 67. So sources. Accrued expenses atau miscellaneous, so 95 reduced to 75. So negative answer. This one adalah uses of fund. Uses of fund. Then we have long-term debt increase. Long-term debt increase maksud bertambah lah you punya utang, tapi dana bertambah lah 25. This one is sources of fund. Then common stock increase 20, sources. Paying capital, right, increase 12, sources. So retained earning and A, not applicable. Not applicable. Right, okay, so this one we decide which one is you put lah notes kat sini, user, sources, US, UU, then you dah boleh groupkan dia orang, which one is groupkan sources, then you groupkan users. All right, so okay, so here you can see all the item in the balance sheets need to be subscribed lah, X2 minus X1, which is what we do here lah, this column. And then transfer to fund flow statement, accept retained earning. Accept retained earning. This one, okay, retained earning, okay. So again, so kita create lah the fund flow statement for the year ended 31st December 2002. So sources of fund, you copy down lah the fund from the operation. These two dalam income statement lah. Tadi kita ada cakap here, this from the income statement. So we have the net income adalah sources, dividend adalah uses. So we just pindah these two lah, 72 dengan 37. Here 72 dengan this one lah, depreciation lah, right from the income statement. All right, then we have the proceed from sales of, right? You have the new long-term debt, right? Common stock, and then we have paid-in capital. Then this one we have from the current asset and the current liabilities, right? Sales in the short-term securities, increase in account payable, right? And then we have the increase in notes payable. All right, then we have uses of fund. So kita groupkan dia according to sources dengan uses. So you can check here. So you check this one adalah sources. So marketable security ada satu, current asset. Sources we have from current liabilities we have account payable dengan notes payable. So you just pindah kat sini. Right? This one is working capital sources, working capital sources. Right? And then we have the uses of fund, long-term uses of fund. Here we have the net capital expenditures, which is net capital expenditure adalah net fixed asset year 1 minus fixed asset year 0 plus depreciation, meaning ending minus beginning. So we have 735 minus 661 plus 19. This one you can get from sinilah, the depreciation and the net profit. Net fixed profit. Kat sini lah. Yeah. Yeah, this is where you get lah. Macam mana dapat 93 kat sini ya. Okay, then plus the depreciation. Right, depreciation. All right, next we have changes in the working capital. Right, so you just identify lah kat sini uses. So 3 lah, kat sini ada 3 and then current liability ada 1. So total 1, 2, 3, 4 lah. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? All right, so this one will be the fund flow statement for the year ended. Okay, so this one just summary lah. Summary for the chapters. So we have calculate the ratio according to the 5 main financial ratio, liquidity, then we have the market ratio, we have the leverage ratio. So then we do a compare. We do compare dengan benchmark atau industry. So industry normally given, or you can compare 2 tahun, 2002 dengan 2001 or 2001 dengan 2020 lah. Right, check whether it's good or not good. All right, then I think I've done. I have given you chapter 3 punya notes already or not?
I think not yet, sir.
Not yet.
Wait, sir, let me refresh for a second. Not yet, sir. Still chapter 2, sir.
Then I cannot continue. Means. All right. So for now, I want you to discuss among your group members. We have done the ratio, right? So you need to choose a company. Then you can buat the ratio analysis, right? For the 5 group. For the 5 group. The one is the group assignment. Right here. So you need to do the ratio analysis. You cari satu company, and then on the coming class, when is the coming class? Bila coming class adalah Khamis 2 to 3. Then you inform, let me know what company that you want to do. Right? Then you cari dia punya income statement and balance sheets, statement. Then we discussed during class, right? I want to check whether the company is suitable or not for you to use as do for your assignment. So for now, you can just discuss among your group member apa company that you want to. You know where to get the income, the financial statement, right? Right, I think you know, right? Mana nak cari. So you just go to Bursa Malaysia, and then dalam Bursa Malaysia, they have the list of company that is listed in Bursa Malaysia. Then you just choose what company that you want to do. You can go to the company website. Normally, the other satu we call investors relation, investor relation. Then you just click in the annual report. Dalam annual report, there are the balance sheet dengan income statements. Right? Okay. Any question? Since I tak bagi you chapter 3 lagi, then I think I'll stop here. Then you can discuss with your group member what company you all want to do for your assignment. Choose one company that is listed in Bursa Malaysia. Right? Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, then I check your attendance. Then I think I'll stop already for today. You discuss among yourself what company that you want to do for the assignments. All right, so we check. Okay, so today good full attendance. Right, if you have no question, then I think I'll stop already for today. Then you not for me, you discuss what company that you want to do. All right, thank you and bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.